All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. On first down, it's Payne. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 48 yards on the ground.
First down, New Orleans.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
We're set. 19. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Blue there, blue there. At 55. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
3rd and 2, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Payne.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Yeah, 50 on the base. Right there in the middle. 55. They gonna need some therapy after this.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 39. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Here we go. I'm coming after you. Mike.
Jackson on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Let's go one more. Check nickel.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back. Check.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
from the 39. Watson over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Steps away to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He gives it up, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards.
Check 43. 49. Alert.
On 1st down, it's Watson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 31, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Saints.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Haynes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Check 55, Mike. So we got man. Mike 5-5.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He'll have a first down past the 40. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Payne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Jackson being chased out left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
On third down, it's Payne. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it'll bring up third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They go play action here on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Jackson now, operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right, and that will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucks will get ready to go on offense. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 39, Watson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Payne, he finds an opening past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Who's set? 19! And 31! Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Go. Mike.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame as they have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it. Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. Dancing to his left.
You ain't going nowhere.
Throw left side complete. That's Payne. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and a heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Going for it all. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys have now moved out in front. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Operating from the gun. Jackson. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground, instead going to an opposite color jersey.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Alert!
Throwing again is Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Payne, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that. He's got a man, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now it's Jackson, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long.
Check 50. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shift. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's Watson on the sneak. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up third down.
Here's Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The Saints on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Watson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson throwing again. And his throw is incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike.
On fourth down, Watson. And it's caught. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now Watson going to sneak it, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Deshaun Watson taking it in as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, Grant, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
I got you. I got you.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Ready? 50, Mike, 50. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check 9, check 9. 6, go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson is going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that.
Check. Lucky. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Payne. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Watson now to throw. His throw incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Antonio Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Saints.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves.